Hey, everybody, and welcome to Shooting Star for May 22nd, 2020. And this may be the last Shooting Star. We'll see. And so, because it may be, I got to give a special shout out to Sydney Dorn and all the people who watch Instagram Live almost every day. I'm going to leave people out, and I feel bad, but Amanda and Aaron, and Zoe, and Connor Johnson, and Izzy, and Alaric, and uh, who else joins me? Emma Hanson Severson joins me a lot for those. Um, Thank you so much for making Instagram Live super fun the last 8 weeks and for tuning in for the Ask Songer segments and playing a song and name that tune and all the fun things that we've done on there. So I appreciate it. Also, I just want to say that at the end of this Shooting Star video is a special something for the eighth graders. So stay tuned for that. And it's just the first of special things for our eighth graders who are moving on. I just want to spend just a few minutes just talking about what's happening here the next 2 weeks of school in the summer, and then I'll let you go on with your day. But number one is our solos. Our solo is due next Friday. This week you were supposed to have sent in a video of you playing your solo so Ms. Idell and I could give you some feedback. If you haven't done that yet, please do. And next Friday will be for a grade, and we are grading you on rhythms, correct fingerings, stickings for percussion, dynamics, articulations, tone quality, phrasing, like when you take a breath, posture. So we are looking for all those things. That's why we want it on a video. And this is one of the rare occasions where we are going to grade you on how good you sound. Everything leading up to this point for the formative grades have been just, hey, just play, get better. So now hopefully you've gotten better and you're able to play your solo at a high level. Especially if you've been practicing this now for 8 weeks, you're probably sounding pretty good. And that's the whole format that we want you for practicing to do. You can't procrastinate when it comes to learning a solo. You're just not going to play it right the first time. And you'll get frustrated if you think you can just do it the first time and do all those things I just mentioned correctly. So if you haven't started already, start practicing. If you practice it every day between now and next Friday, you'll probably get pretty good. If you want to see the rubric, it is attached to this week's assignment, and you can look and see at all the different areas we grade you on. Those of you who have turned it in, Ms. Idell and I did grade you technically. Well, we didn't put it in the grade book that way, but we showed you what you would have gotten had that been the one that counted. So if you have any questions about how you can get better at one of those things, just let one of us know. Maybe we would be glad to help. Composer of the Month is also due at the end of this month, so make sure you get that in. Anything that is a summative grade, we'd love to get that stuff in by next Friday. You technically have till the end of the year. That last week of school, there's going to be no new assignments. It's just a time for you to get stuff done. So listening assignments, composer of the month, composition assignments, concert reflections, and your playing tests. So make sure you get all those things done and you should be in good shape. Cool. All right, neighborhood concerts, you can go. I'm going to try to make this easier for you this weekend and just put a direct link on Google Classroom to the times, dates, and addresses. Right now, there is a link on the actual assignment, which is called, it's a Google Doc on your Google Classroom called Neighborhood Concerts. So it's actually not that hard to find. I think it's actually called DL, Neighborhood Concerts. Just click on that, and it just tells you a little bit about what to do at the concert, like where to bring out your music stand, bring out your instrument, have Summer of 19 ready to go. If you don't know where your Summer of 19 part is, it tells you where to find it. It lets you know some social distancing things and all that kind of stuff. And then there's a link you can click on that will take you to the exact time, date, location, and who else is scheduled to play at that location. Keep in mind this is optional, so it's not only optional for you, but it's optional for everyone else. So you might go there expecting all these other people, and if they don't all show up, it's because it's optional. And you also have permission to go to a different location if you want to. If you're not going to show up at the one I have you down for, it's helpful if you let me know. I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be like, what are you thinking? No, it's just helpful because I'm driving around to visit all 385 of you the next 2 weeks. And if there's a stop that I know that no one's going to be at, then that makes my life a little bit easier. So it's helpful. If it was required, then I'd be a little, what's going on? But I'm not requiring this. This is totally if you want to do it. And the other thing that's not required that you can do at the end of the year is to write a song or perform a song for somebody in need, somebody who could use some positivity in their lives right now. So neighbor, relative, friend, first responder, medical care provider, daycare provider, truck driver, grocery store worker. I mean, you can think of a number of people who could use a smile and some positivity. And you can either record them or play them in person as long as you keep in mind social distancing procedures. All right, cool. And other than that, summer stuff is coming up, and you can now sign up for it. You can go to www.ce4all.org. That's the number four. And you can sign up for our jazz/rock improvisation class. You can sign up for neighborhood marching band, where we learn marching band music and steps through Google Meet, and then we actually go and perform in a car parade through neighborhoods. Parking lot movie band, where again we learn the music through Google Meet sessions, and then we go to one of our school's parking lots and find a parking spot, get out of our cars, and set up a music stand and play from wherever you're at in the parking lot while Mr. Prescott, Ms. Idell, and I direct in the middle of the parking lot. We have a beginning ukulele class, beginning guitar class, music technology class, just like the jazz rock improvs are all offered through Google Meets and don't involve any performances. And then finally, we have a virtual garage band, country band class. In that class, we will learn all the music as well through Google Meet sessions. And then we will do a virtual recording of the songs that we learn. We will not be doing an actual performance. So again, you can sign up for all those as of this week at www.ce4all.org. If things start relaxing a little bit and we're able to get together in bigger groups, we will try to offer things like garage band, jazz band, maybe marching band the second half of the summer in their normal formats in person. We won't know that information until probably another month from now, but we'll make sure you know when we make that decision. Okay, sweet. If you own a school instrument, you need to return that, and you need to return it by June 4th. And there will be a curbside drop-off/pickup to get stuff from your lockers and drop off stuff that belongs to the school on June 1st and June 2nd at CMSW from, I think, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. So you just find a time and drop that stuff off, and we'll take care of it. If you want your instrument for the summer, you're going to be in one of these summer groups, you like to practice, you can take lessons, whatever. I don't need to know the reason. You just want to keep your instrument for the summer. You may do that. You just need to let me know. And you need to let me know as soon as possible so that we can make sure that we can secure that instrument for you. That includes 8th graders. 8th graders can keep your instruments. We'll just get them back to you before you start high school in the fall. So make sure you get your instruments back. If you're a 6th grader, make sure you've given me your photo. I'm going to be making that video this weekend, and if I don't have a photo from you, I'm going to find an embarrassing one from your past and put it in there. Okay, I'm kind of kidding, but I will find a photo of you. It might be your school photo, which some of you are like, that's embarrassing. But I am going to find photos of everyone if possible. Thank you, those of you who have sent them. You still can just take a picture of you with your instrument. 8th graders, I'd like the same thing, picture of you with your instrument, and I would like you to give me a 45-second or shorter spiel about what band has meant to you the last 3 years. So you can talk from your heart, you can talk about a favorite event, one of the extracurricular groups you were in that you loved, you can talk about the friends you made, you can talk about maybe a favorite song or two, any of those kinds of things you can talk about. And then there's a place on Google Classroom where you can post that, or you can text it to me as well. All right, so there you go. So if you're an 8th grader, I want you to stick around. We have a little special message for you. And for the rest of you, thank you for watching what may be the final shooting star video of the 1920 school year. Well, here I am on a Friday afternoon in the band room at Chaska Middle School West, where there should be a bunch of great music being made by incredible students. And instead, of course, we're in week 8 of distance learning. And actually, where the 8th graders should have been right now is going down water slides, in a wave pool, doing the lazy river, doing all sorts of fun things at Kalahari Water Park in Wisconsin Dells. And we were so looking forward to that trip. And of course, we're not there. And it's very disappointing on a number of levels. Probably the number one reason is just because I think about all the memories we would be making there. And I think about the 8th graders and just how special of a class you all are. You know, when you all came in 6th grade, you had a very, very great effect on me as the teacher, because we did a tour right at the beginning of that year where we had to come together and become a great sounding band, get to know each other. And I remember going on that tour to the different elementary schools in mid-October that year, and I didn't even know all your names yet. But we had so much fun, and it was such a great way to get middle school band going, where we just jumped right in and had a performance 6 weeks from the beginning of the school year that we needed to prepare for. And you guys have continued to rise up to new levels ever since. And I think of all the great things that we've done the last 3 years. I am just so proud of you. And when I think about missing this Dells trip, this is so unprecedented, but I think back, the disappointment, one thing that comes to mind in my personal life is when I went to UW Eau Claire for college, my first year there, the jazz band, the top jazz band, was going to take a trip to China. And I so badly wanted to go on that trip. But you had to make the top band, and I did not make the top band that year. And there was no guarantee of the jazz band ever taking another big trip like that again. And I pretty much resigned myself to just having to hear all my friends who went on that trip tell stories about how cool it was and show pictures and have inside jokes. And it was disappointing. But when I was in my 5th year at Eau Claire, we actually did take another big trip, and we went to England. And I got that opportunity 4 years later. And who knows, had I gone to China, there might have been a good chance I wouldn't have been able to go to England just because those trips were expensive. And I might not even have stayed in school to have gone on that trip because, like I said, it was my 5th year in college. And, a lot of people do college in 4 years. So I guess what I'm trying to get at is that sometimes there is a result that comes out of disappointments like this that might even be bigger and better than we could ever imagine. And I guess that's what I'm hoping for all of you. I don't know what that will be. Some of you have probably already had little things, little what I call silver lining moments the last couple months of things where you're like, this stinks, but this has been cool, or that's been cool. For me, it's been getting to sleep in a little longer every day. It's been being able to take some midday walks after I eat lunch every day on these beautiful days that we've been having. So it's been being able to spend time with my family, probably a little more time than I'm used to. So those are the things that I've been kind of just saying, these are my silver lining moments. So I think as we feel disappointed, just look for those silver lining moments and just know that there's probably some opportunities that are coming down the road that we have no idea what they are. And those opportunities might be because of what we're going through now. And the hard thing is we just need to wait for it and be patient. So, but you guys have those skills. You are some of the most incredible people that I've ever gotten to work with. And I know we're going to pull through this. We won't have this last forever. And we're going to have some great times down the road. Even though Ms. Idell and I won't get to teach you again in this setting, in this glorious room that's a mess right now, we'll have that opportunity down the road to see all the great things you've done, go to your concerts, go to your games, have you guys come and visit here every now and then, and we'll have that connection continuing down the road. So I'm really looking forward to you guys sending me the rest of your photos and videos. Those of you who haven't done that yet, get those to me because we have a really cool video that we're putting together for all the 8th graders. And we're also really looking forward to seeing you the next 2 weeks at the neighborhood concerts. So hang in there, everyone. We miss you so much. Have a great weekend.